Hi, it's good to see you. Today I want to talk about how self improvement might be keeping us stuck. So, you've read the books, you've done the routines, you've tracked your progress, and yet something feels missing. That might be because the framework of self improvement depends on your belief that you are broken. You see, self improvement only works when you admit to yourself that there's something wrong with you. The whole industry depends on you always being in a state of arriving, arriving at a version of yourself that is perfect and free from flaws, and that dehumanizes us, that depersonalizes us. Every solution comes with a new set of problems that we have to fix. First, it might be, how do I become a better professional? And one should work on one's skills professionally, but then the self improvement could go into the direction of, how do I become a more moral and ethical person? Then it goes into the direction of, how do I become a better looking person than I am right now? How do I improve my relationships? So this how becomes a problem for us. It creates a lot of conflict, a lot of tension, a lot of inner stress, and we're never at peace with ourselves. We're never content as we are. We're always moving in the direction of becoming something. So this future ideal of the perfect self that we have imagined in our minds is a constantly, it's a moving target. It's not fixed, it's always shifting, shape shifting, always becoming, never being. And the presence gets sacrificed because of this, because we never arrive at that point. It's always moving away from us, whereas our presence is right here in this moment, the way we are. When we accept ourselves and others the way it is, when we accept what is, the situation, ourselves, and the person, we are in presence. When we don't, we are in projection. We are becoming something. We are not being ourselves. And this gap between who we are and who we want to become becomes our permanent location. We become stuck in that. An ongoing project without a moment of rest, without a moment of peace, clarity, love, and understanding. That's what is robbed from us when we try to fix ourselves, and then we try to fix others as well. And we become lonely because we are not in touch with ourselves. We're not in touch with our most intimate natural state. That becomes the cost of self improvement. Need to become this, then I need to become that, then I need to become something else. If we're never ourselves, all this effort towards improving ourselves is sort of like optimizing ourselves just so we can remain busy because of we are afraid of what is inside. We're afraid of our loneliness. We're afraid of what we might discover if we rest with ourselves. So, being busy becomes a form of emotional avoidance, avoiding what's inside. Why am I so restless all the time? Why am I always trying to fix myself, trying to become perfect? We never ask ourselves, why am I restless? Why am I trying to be perfect? Why am I trying to improve myself all the time? Not that there's anything wrong with self improvement if it's natural and organic, but why do we have to force ourselves to become something that might not actually be good for us? Just because somebody else is doing it, we try to copy that. We try to recreate ourselves in a way that is acceptable to the norm. But at the end of the day, even if that happens, even if people accept us, this version of ourselves that we are presenting, we're never going to be happy because we're always going to be in that state of avoiding ourselves. This is when self improvement becomes a sophisticated version of distraction, a distraction from what's actually happening within. And most of the time, when we're trying to improve into a version, into an image of how we see ourselves instead of being ourselves, there is a lot of stress, anxiety, restlessness that we're completely overlooking in this process. But if we are able to rest with ourselves, be with ourselves, totally and completely, with whatever is coming up in the moment, without being stuck in the dead past or the imaginary future, just being here, totally in the present moment, and noticing everything that arises, thoughts, feelings, sensations, perceptions, we will notice we're not our thoughts, we're not our feelings, we're not our perceptions. We are beyond it. We're pure consciousness, pure being, absolute reality that is untouched by all of this. And when we witness these things arising and dissolving, we become free of them. We become free of that part within ourselves that is always trying to self improve. When that happens, there is a natural acceptance of the way things are, how people are, most importantly, how we are. There's a lot of peace, contentment, harmony in your most natural and intimate state. There's nothing missing. You're already complete.